Okay, folks, you see the title, and you I don't know if you saw the video before this when I was doing the African slavery numbers, and hit the link, or the algorithm popped you up to this one. This one is the story of an officer that was ran over and killed. This was a guy. His son was killed by Ohio police, and he went, I ain't gonna say on a rampage. He got in his car, and he ran over and struck and killed an officer with his motor vehicle, and they done got him in the court. They're gonna charge him. Now, he didn't hit the officer. He didn't hunt down the officer that shot and killed his child. He just, I'm assuming he just picked a random officer. And this is how this came apart, because I made comments on it somewhere else on a dude that I follow's channel. He was talking about it, and Nogs is gonna nog. You know that. Nogs are gonna nog. I'm sorry if you hear, I don't know if you can hear the music in the background. I don't think it's loud enough. I think my filter will probably pick it up, but if not, I apologize if you don't like U2. But yeah, so let's go ahead and go through this. Let's go through this right quick. And well, I say right quick. I don't want to. I hate doing stuff so fast that I'm leaving out pertinent details, like a lot of people do. No diss to the people that do it fast, because they know people have short attention span. So let's go ahead and do this.
At these East Price Hill condos Thursday morning, Cincinnati officers tracked down a stolen vehicle.
As you know, we had a critical incident yesterday.
4 people get out and start running. In body cam footage released today, in just 6 seconds, police say 18-year-old Ryan Hinton aims his gun at officers.
He's got to go.
Police shoot and kill him. Today on MLK Drive,
Now, we see the video. We see the video. Now, I heard about the video, like I say, because I'm this guy, LFP family, something like that, I'm having a brain cramp on the name of his YouTube channel. And I mean, I hate it, but I mean, dude, I'm not a cop. I'm not a cop. I've never been a cop. I never will be a cop. And so I can't see me chasing anybody like this, but you get what I'm saying. But if I'm armed and you start popping at me, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to ventilate you. I mean, I'm sorry. And I know it's going to be a lot. And of course, it's only a problem. And this is where it led on. It's only a problem when a black life is taken by a police officer, white police officer, or a white person. And that's what led on with this, spurred from the video that I done on the 19-year-old black male being killed in Houston's 3rd Ward. Well, I know I run the 5th, but the 3rd is still a wall. It's Houston, baby. It's H-Town, baby. H-Town. You need to check in when you roll through. Yeah, I got to check in for your ass. And I was like, I said, where's the protests? Where are the people in the streets? Where's everybody going ape crap? Tearing up stuff. Oh, okay. So the guy that killed the 19-year-old black male was another black male. Oh, well, that explains everything. And this is the snowball effect. And that's what got us to where we're here right now. So let's go ahead and go.
Released today, in just 6 seconds, police say 18-year-old Ryan Hinton aims his gun at officers.
He's got to go.
Police shoot and kill.
You know, as soon as if you draw on a cop, you gonna get clapped if you don't clap him first.
Him. Today on MLK Drive, a deputy is working traffic control for UC. Today on MLK Drive, a deputy is working traffic control for UC graduation when a driver crashes into him.
There is a connection
Of course, on MLK Drive, of course.
between these two incidents. The driver of today's vehicle that struck a deputy has a family relationship with the 18-year-old that we shot yesterday.
Chief, is the person who hit the deputy the father of the person who was shot yesterday?
Yes.
Ryan Hinton's father, 38-year-old Rodney Hinton, is charged with aggravated murder in the deputy's death. He was taken to University Hospital in critical condition. Hours later, the Hamilton County Sheriff's deputy dies. The CPD homicide unit investigating both the death of the deputy killed today and the death of the 18-year-old shot by police.
I can assure you, as the chief of police for Cincinnati, I will ensure you transparency and a thorough and accurate investigation.
Okay, let me see if I can stop this thing. No, pause, damn it. Don't do this to me. Excuse me. So we see, I mean, it's a sad thing all the way around. Stolen car. You got stolen car, and you got a heater. This is in the Natty, and I've talked to my brother about this because he lives in Cincinnati, and I'm not going to put any of that in. Let me go ahead and rearrange this because now I don't need the room for that video anymore. And yeah, and he's, you know, the Kia boy stuff is a problem in the Natty as well. Like, as he said, like I say, my brother been living in Cincinnati forever, and he going back to Detroit. He just like me. I ain't going back to Detroit. I wouldn't live in Cincinnati either, but he worked at the school system there, and he's retired. He was at he worked in the education field there, and he retired, so he just stays on the edge there. Anyway, you see what it says. All right, the 18-year-old, y'all saw the video, so I'm not going to rehash all that. It's sad, but it is. And then the dad, Rodney Hinton, he ran over Hamilton County Sheriff. Y'all saw the car smashed up and everything. He was a retired deputy, and that does, you know, like all cops do, side work, you know, when they need traffic control or this, that, and other. And that's all he was doing, according to the report, was directing traffic. And Rodney took him out. That wasn't the cop that had anything to do with the L and the killer. Well, damn, that's a wrong choice of words. The bad part is the guy that got taken out was a sheriff's deputy, not a Cincinnati police officer. So, because the Cincinnati police officer is the one that put the boy down that drew on him running with a heater. That's the part that everybody loves. Well, not everybody, but these people that's trying to argue with me online are missing. And you know they know. But like I said, nogs are gonna nog. And I'm telling you, I have no faith. I ain't had faith in nogs in decades. None. They don't have the ability to control their emotions, and they sure as hell have zero critical thinking skills. So I told said nog, okay, so he's saying that was justice served. And I asked him how. And of course, you know, I got all kind of blatherskite, indulging and obfuscation. But I wonder if he know what all that stuff mean. Anyway, but blah blah blah, this, that, and other. You people. He calls me you people, and you can see my face in my YouTube thumbnail. Oh, so maybe he think I'm from a protected class of American Negro or something. I have no idea. But anyway, I said, okay, well, you know, that pendulum can swing both ways, because he's calling that karma. I said, well, you know, karma isn't a one-way street. So in your mind, it's okay, sir, if your child, let's say some kids at your child's school, because y'all know how high schools be beefing, especially during sports season, probably more basketball now, seem to be more gang tatted up than football. But let's just leave the sport. Some kids from the school that your child goes to, they go over near the other school, guy wearing his varsity jacket, and they just beat the stuff and rough him and his chick up walking and whatnot, and saying, Riverside, fool. I don't know if there's a school in Cincinnati named Riverside. I have no idea. I'm just using a common name. Riverside, fool. And they roughed this kid up. Okay. Or hurt him or put him down, whether they intended to or not. His head hit the curb or something. So now kids from the other school, a couple of kids come, okay, well, we're going to catch the first Washington High. I don't know if there's a Washington High School in Cincinnati. I'm just using names. And it just happened to be your kid standing at the corner waiting across the street. It just happened to be your kid standing at the bus stop. Just happened to be your kid that's walking home, and then they murk your child, or they put your child in the hospital where you got to make a decision on whether you're going to turn the switch off or not, because she's been in a comatose state for 5 or 6 months, and the doctor has determined her brain dead. I said, so will you stand on that same karma point? Well, that's different. Wait a minute. How is it different? Because homie ran over a deputy sheriff, not the Cincinnati police officer that he thinks wrongfully murked his boy. You're talking two different departments. Keep telling people, well, they're all the same. No, they're not. Sheriff's deputies work for the sheriff's department, which are county police. County municipal officers, because they're not policemen. Cincinnati police is police. Akron police is police. Columbus police. Cleveland police. They're policemen. They work for a police chief that works for the mayor of the city. The city is inside the county. County enforces county law. City enforces city laws. It's really, this isn't hard to figure out. But Nogs, like I said, Nogs don't have the ability to think critically. And that don't even take critical thinking. That's basics. So in his mind, it was him, but there's a couple of people in their minds, that was justice. But when I put that to him with his child, would you see that as karma coming back for something your daughter had nothing to do with? It was some other kids that went to the same school. And then, of course, you a coon, you a black buffoon, you a sellout, what True say, choke yourself. I hope you die. Jump off the chest, throw yourself off the Chesapeake. Folks, this cannot be fixed. This cannot be fixed. I think DC is right when he said, man, it's either the whole system is going to have to die off, or if not, it's probably going to take 3 at least 3 generations to wash the curse of LBJ off of everybody. Now that was his saying. Me, I don't think it's ever going to change. I think it's done. I really do. You're not going to get non-thinkers to think, because they'll use every excuse in the world to justify their misgivings. Anyway, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. I am out of here like last year. Y'all be good and be safe. Bye.